Howdy guys, I'm Aden and welcome back to the Archive channel. You're watching part 3 in a series where I work on a video for 1 week and document the entire process. Yesterday, we got our script finished out by taking our notes, writing bullet points for the 3 different sections, and then going over them multiple times until we roughly had a voiceover track that was 9 minutes and 35 seconds, roughly. Today, day 3, is going to be sort of what I like to call asset gathering, or making future Aiden happy, essentially. We're going to be collecting music, screenshots, assets, and even recording some gameplay so that when I mention specific parts of this voiceover, I know exactly what clip I need to use. So that's where this little bullet point list will come in handy, because I know I talk about all this stuff in the voiceover. I can grab shots based on these bullet points. All right, so we're going to be using this monitor today. We have YouTube. I also have this folder called Sonic R Assets. So I'm going to bring up a couple of programs, one of which is a 4K video downloader. This guy right here. So it allows me to put a YouTube link, paste it into a specific folder, and then there it is. So I'm going to change this. So now we don't have to set the folder every time, which will be nice. And then similarly to that, I have another guy, but it does the same damn thing. Just it takes YouTube videos and turns it into MP3 files. I think first and foremost, I'm going to want the soundtrack, preferably like this. Yeah, where it's in a playlist. There's not a lot of music in this game, but that'll work. And then it gives us the option to download the entire playlist, which is very useful. And it's downloaded and good to go. Nice. This here is the Spriders resource. I used to do this for 30 for 30 on the Sega Genesis. I would go to here, find like enemy sprites or main character sprites or backgrounds, and then scale them up. Backgrounds seems like they would be pretty cool. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, we'll keep that. I like these character specific ones. The Amy one's really cute. Not sure what's going on with Knuckles. Face is very goofy. Yeah, sure. We'll download them. Oh, the unlockables. Yeah, Eggman. Tails doll. I love the Mecha Knuckles one. Holy shit. That's rad as hell. We do want this ending screen. Yeah, we'll call it good there. The Sonic the Sonic Wiki. The maps, obviously. But then I thought there was one map where it showed me where the coins were. Let's get the maps here, just as like a bonus. There's a couple of commercials. We'd be better off finding them on YouTube, I think. Oh, somebody made a compilation.
野球しようぜ。
オッケー。
行こう行こう。お前の今日はやったよ。
任しとけ。
姿三四郎。
I love this man.
姿三四郎。
姿三四郎。高速ハリネズミソニックのレースゲームソニック R。セガサターン。
ソニック R プロジェクトソニック第2弾立体化されたおなじみの世界の中を
These early
ソニック
icons.
ファミリーが大爆走新感覚のアクションレーシングが登場
That's pretty
コースは
badass.
ゆっくり飛んでいてただ道を走るだけじゃなく海でも山でもコース以外のフィールドを自由に走り回ることも OK だ
The music sounds different
ソ
too.
ニック R は5800円で12月4日発売予定です
It's like slightly lower energy. What the hell? What the fuck is this commercial?
Sonic R. Sega. Hard stuff.
Okay. Oh, an E3 trailer. Yeah, we'll add this. I might even start the video off with that US commercial just to freak people the hell out. 40p is the highest they go. I like these. Those are cool. Okay, we'll go download this one too. Sonic R coin locations. I gotta find those maps. Strategy wiki. Yeah. So we have yellow for the emerald and then white for these. This is how I started to learn the locations. I just sort of looked at this map and tried to plot it out. And these are a little tough, obviously, because they're overhead. So you can't exactly see the layout or how to get to them, really. But it gives you a good starting point. Let's see what the walkthrough has to say. Just anything interesting. Sonic R is a racing game. It sure is. Designed by British developer Traveler's Tales, who also made 3D Blast. Characters. Strategy wikis like these are really good to like fill in any gaps in knowledge. If I find anything new here, because I don't play as the other characters, so I'm gonna write some like extra notes. Sonic has a double jump, but poor handling. Tails can fly. Knuckles can glide. Amy rides in a vehicle. So Super Sonic has best speed, acceleration, handling, can jump on water. They just made it like a fun character, you know, just a character that is stupid, powerful. Sonic R. Let me go like a walkthrough. Like a game facts would be pretty lit. Wow, from the year 2000. Look at that. That's awesome. We're Nathan and Jason Suey. We like video and computer games, don't you? This is our FAQ on Sonic R. The first game to put our favorite video game character, Sonic, in case you're wondering, into true 3D. Since you really can't count the not-so-great Sonic 3D Blast, and Sonic Extreme never made it out of production, sad face. It sure didn't. Sonic and Tails are enjoying a little time off from their adventures. The trip they plan will be a nice, relaxing vacation. Or so they think, ... Tails spots a huge sign along the road. It is a billboard for the World Grand Prix. Sonic, look! There's going to be a huge race with all the best racers in the world. What a great opportunity for you to show off your speed and compete with the other top runners. That's how Tails sounds like canonically. Here are the attributes of the regular characters. The best top speed. Duh. He also has the best jumping ability. The double jump is pretty cracked. Sonic is one of 3 characters who can turbo. He is Segaholic's 2 favorite character to race as. Damn. Tails, excellent acceleration. Top speed is lower. Duh. And Knuckles. His turning is very good too. Tails is that he can fly. Not. He just hovers. So many parentheses. Knuckles. Some say that this echidna is the best balanced out of the normal characters. Acceleration's average. Top speed's average. You can glide, yeah. Amy, the pink female hedgehog, is Sonic's girlfriend. She is the worst character out of all 10. She drives around in her pink little car. Her acceleration bad, her speed is rotten, and her turning is good. Her special is a turbo boost, which does not make up for her bad speed. There's so much personality here, I don't even have time to read all this. Turn left and right, hard turn, the flippers, or bumpers. Roll down when running. Only for Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Hold down and tap repeatedly tap the acceleration button. Brake, press left and right at the same time. Or press down for everybody but Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails. Yeah, I really want to try the brake and the turbo. If they weren't capping. I want to still see if we can't find any, like, images. Sonic Wiki, I knew had to have something. Title screen. Box art. It's pretty appealing box art. Like, they got the designs down. These would be helpful for, like, some title cards. Look at that Sonic Go. Wow. Whoa! What? Some very bizarre renders. Like that. Any PNGs, you know, we take those. Damn, Knuckles. That's pretty raw. Metal. Oh, shit. He's in space. This is still a fucked up image. Like, who in their right mind thought this was a good idea? Whoa! Look at them T-pose. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we should get these. Look at that Mecha Knuckles. I believe one of the mods I have changes his eye color. Because for whatever reason, they don't like that they're yellow. So much Japanese. 2 months on from the first demo of Sonic R, we finally have an update on what could very well be the greatest racing game on any system. So says Rich Ledbetter. Rich should have shut the hell up, bro. He lying out his ass. Fandom? Alright, during normal play, the computer controls 4. Due to the passive nature, most act as glorified pacemakers, rarely interacting with the player and following a predictable path. That's kind of what I like. The AI didn't really get in your way. It's just a race. The Eggman and Egg Robo can shoot shit at you occasionally, but they're not too bad. Let's see. Following a predictable path, the computer selects the 4 best unlocked character and never varies its choices. Because I figured that was the case, but it's nice to have it confirmed. Yeah, so it kind of, in a way, sort of validates the getting the Emerald first route, because if you went for the characters first, you would have Metal Sonic, Mecha Knuckles, Egg Robo, and Tails Doll all racing while you're trying to get the emeralds, and that's a problem because in order to keep the emerald, you have to win the race, right? You know, if you got the emeralds first and then you went to unlock the characters, that's fine. You can still do second or third, even with Metal Sonic running around. It gets much harder if you unlock the characters first. Sonic R official guide book English. A Sega exclusive. Oh, this is the story. Yeah, the guide got it right. So yeah, you got the control pad, but I think you can play it, yeah, with a 3D controller, which I never see these things out in the wild. Game level. This is for the Saturn one. Easy, normal, and hard. I wonder what it's set to on Saturn. You could turn the vocals off? I don't know why on the hell you would do that. Rings. Item panel. I just call them medals because that's what they look like, but I guess item panel is the official terminology. We'll write these down too because you never know if we'll need to know. Some Sonic tokens, some Chaos Emeralds. But only the best racers can keep them. Just get first place. Gather all of them, placed in the top 3. Yeah, it tells you top 3. Ever wondered what it's like to be a pinball? That might as well just be the motto for every Sonic the Hedgehog game. You ever wondered what it's like to be a pinball? Press the D-pad down while running for a spin dash roll. Or press the D-pad down while standing still to crouch. He's really talking about the spin dash, huh? Here's some hints. Take note of where each of the characters run. Sometimes they may find themselves in a little bit of trouble. Don't forget the alternate routes. Concentrate on the basics. Practice the moves. And then credits. Okay, well, pretty simple guide. All things considered, but we'll put it in the asset folder just in case. And I think what I want to do now, start actually capturing some of the specific shots in Sonic R that we wrote down in our script and bullet points. So I want like specific shots of me collecting an emerald, me collecting coins, spending a little bit more time in the menus, just some shots that'll make it easier for me in editing later on. Howdy guys, Aiden from the future here. The next 2 hours of this recording are me playing through Sonic R again, so I decided not to subject you all to that. The reason why I'm playing through the game a second time actually has to do with that bullet point list we made back during episode 1. If you recall, the initial reason I made those bullet points was to help with my script and voiceover. What I didn't realize at the time, though, was that this bullet point list has a second hidden benefit, and that is that it creates a perfect shot list. A shot list is basically a set of notes to help you know exactly what to record. And since everything in my bullet points were in my final voiceover, I knew exactly what I needed to get. That brings up an interesting question though. When exactly should you record your footage for your movie or game review? The answer is, unfortunately, it depends on your process and your subject. However, if you absolutely need a framework to follow, I'll give you 2 approaches. The first is to record at the very beginning of your video making process. The benefit here is twofold. For one, it gives you peace of mind. Some people don't like recording, so doing the hardest part first frees you up for the rest of the video. The second benefit, though, is that we have something to base our writing off of. Think about it. Now you can look through your recording, pick out the funniest and best moments, and write a script based on that. The downside is that you have to eventually cut the rest. The issue here is that we recorded with a wide net. We didn't know what the final video was going to look like. So the majority of our recording is going to be useless, which means the hard drive space is going to be a little bit less and the editing time is going to be a little bit longer. That's where the second approach comes in. We're starting with our script, then our voiceover, and then recording footage based on that voiceover. The benefit here is intentionality. We're recording only what we need, which saves on hard drive space as well as editing time. There are a few downsides though. For one, if you don't like recording, you've now pushed it to a point in the process that can bottleneck your entire video. For 2, this approach only really works if you have a deep knowledge on your subject matter. It doesn't really work for first impressions or reactions or things that you can't plan for. If something pops in your footage that contradicts what you said in the voiceover, well, now you have to change the script and the voiceover multiple times, which can be okay, but basically the time you save in editing, you're now pushing off to your script writing. Which approach is better? Well, honestly, it depends. Do you want to record based on your writing or write based on your recording? I ended up doing both, and I also recorded 2 other playthroughs because I just had so much fun recording the game. Man, I'm a mess. Anyway, I'm going to do a brief tech shout out and then wrap this video up. Hope you guys enjoy. I wanted to show you something on here. On my Sonic R timeline, I have a bunch of different playthroughs, one with my commentary that I listened to on that first day when taking notes. Then I have kind of my normal route where I do like 2 playthroughs and everything. And then there's one where it's where I go for everything at once. So it's just a 1-run thing. And I uploaded all those to Aiden's archive. But I can put today's recording in here when it's done. So that'll be something cool we can end up doing later on. The other thing I wanted to show you, when I was recording voiceover yesterday, I said I used a program called Audacity. This is kind of what it looks like, and you can record and throw in your microphone and stuff. So, yeah, I would just search up Audacity if you want to program for recording audio. I'm editing with DaVinci Resolve, that's what this is. And then for all my screen capture stuff, I'm using OBS. You can kind of see it multiple times, but usually I don't see it this way. All right, just wanted that brief text shout out in case I haven't already mentioned it yet. Today was pretty chill, not gonna lie. Yesterday was kind of stressful, scripting, going over and over and over and over again. Today, all I had to do was put the footage in the bag, man. I saw the bullet points, scratched them off every time I got the clip I wanted, and I talked over it so future Aiden will be able to hear me and be like, oh, that's the clip I need for this. This matched with the voiceover is going to make editing a lot of the gameplay stuff a lot easier because I'll have the exact shot I need. Tomorrow is live action recording day and no getting around it. So we got to do the CRT shot, the controller cam, and then the beginning of the video, the end of the video, any transitionary stuff, that all has to happen tomorrow. Thankfully, we don't need like a ton of footage. The voiceover is like 90% of the video. These are just small little bits where I'm like introducing myself or mentioning a line off the script or just filming some cool stuff. I feel good. I feel good about our progress. I feel good about everything we've gotten done. And I would say that so far, we are on schedule. Will it stay that way? I don't know. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day. But I will see you guys then.